muscle called the Quadratus Lomborum, or QL for short. This muscle attaches at the sort of 12th rib and the top of the pelvic bone at the back. So this is a muscle that can be quite a big player in any kind of low back pain. So that's why we're going to dedicate this whole practice to working with it. So all you need for today's practice is your mat and yourself, and let's get started. All right, we're going to come to lying onto the back. So get yourself settled and take a few moments just to really come into the body and feel into the breath. So feet about hip distance apart. They can be further away or closer towards you, whatever feels most comfortable. Allow the shoulders to relax away from the ears, the back of the neck feels long and spacious, chin ever so slightly tucking in. We'll just take a few deep breaths, maybe hands onto the lower belly so you can really feel the breath move into that lower belly space, stretching into the connective tissue of the belly and also into the lower back. So the QL also has a role to play in our breathing. So particularly if you ever have a deep cough, it's working there. And because it attaches at the 12th rib, it also helps to stabilize that. It is a postural muscle, so we'll be primarily working on stretching it today, as it works quite strongly all the time and is usually under tension rather than too weak. So just another couple deep breaths here, in through the nose, out through the nose, really bring the breath down into the lower part of the belly. And one more deep breath. Out through the nose. Alright, so bringing your right foot on top of the left knee and extend the arms out to the side. Gently start to use the weight of the right foot to draw the left knee over to the right side. So we're getting this slight twisting action. Make sure that feels okay for your knee. There's a weightedness down through that foot that sort of helps to sort of lengthen through this left side of the body. And you can focus on sort of bringing that left hip slightly more down in the direction of the end of your mat. We'll take a few rounds of breath here, just noticing where you feel the stretch. You might feel it a little bit into the front of the hip, a little bit into that lower back region, getting into QL. Deep breaths into the belly. As we breathe into that space, you're helping to just stretch out the connective tissue there as well. Just noticing all the places where you feel it. And again, another deep breath in. And a calm breath out. And then slowly start to bring the knee back up through to center. And then from there, you're going to lift the right foot away from the ground and the left foot. And see if you can hook the arms behind the back of the thighs. So we're just getting a little stretch out here. See if you can focus now on tipping the pelvis forward. So you're rolling towards the sitting bones, creating sort of an arching of the lower back space. Take another deep breath here. And a calm breath out. Gently release the hands, undo the crossing of the legs, and do the same on the other side. So extend the arms out wide. Take your left foot on top of the right knee, and then gently start to encourage it over towards that left hand side. And stretch out through QL on the right hand side. If you find that you have particular tension more on one side than the other, you could spend a little bit of extra time there. So again, you might focus on seeing if you could sort of draw this hip down in the direction of the end of the mat a little bit more. Maybe where you are is exactly perfect. You can stay. into the belly. Slow, calm breaths in and out. Again, noticing where you feel sensation. Maybe a little bit different on this side to the other. One more breath. And then slowly starting to make your way back up through to center. Okay, so once again, we're drawing that right foot in. Reach the arms behind the thigh. So you might notice when you first come in that the lower back is quite flat to the ground. See if you can then tip the pelvis forward. So you create that little arching of the lower back. Breathing in and out. Relaxing shoulders. And gently release the foot all the way down and uncross the legs. Bring both knees in towards you this time. Take right hand onto right knee, left hand onto left knee, and then just bring the knees in. And then exhale, allow the knees to soften away. So you're tipping forward again towards the sitting bones. Draw the knees in, so kind of moving onto that lower back, and then move the knees away, so you're rolling and arching the lower back. Last time, drawing them in. And then from there, just gently allow yourself to tip from side to side, so you're sort of rolling across the tops of the hips, that sort of band of tissue there, gently massaging. Good. And then you can either back and roll yourself up to sitting, or roll yourself to one side and come all the way up through. We're going to end up on our hands and knees, however you get there. Palms under the shoulders, knees under hips. And then press your left hip forward towards your right shoulder. And you can even look back towards that hip. So we're getting a little stretch out through the right side of the body. Inhale, come back through to center. Press the right hip forward towards the right hand side. Look back towards that hip. We're going to alternate between those two, so pressing forward through the left. Inhale back through to center, press forward through the right. Inhale back through to center, press forward through the left. You should feel a little stretch out through that lower back space, maybe even to QL, hopefully. Back through to center on the inhale, exhaling to the left. And then the last one, inhale, center, exhale to the right. Inhale through to center, tuck the toes under, press the ground away, lift the knees, have a little bend in your knees here, so you can really focus on pressing the ground away through the hands, and then just start to pedal out through the backs of the legs, so calf muscles, hamstrings, finding a nice sense of length through the spine, ears in line with the arms. Walking it out. And then you can sort of tip over towards the left hand side, so your right knee crosses over to the left. Inhale to center, bend the left knee, tip over towards the right, so you're stretching through the right side of the body. You can do that a couple of times. Inhale to center, bend right knee, swivel to the left. Inhale to center, swivel to the right. Inhale to center, swivel to the left. Inhale to center, swivel to the right. Inhale, come back through, and then we're going to walk the feet all the way forward to the top of the mat. Taking a nice deep bend in the knees here, so you can find a nice deep forward fold, head relaxing down. Maybe you can wiggle the hips a little bit if you need to. And then place your right hand in front of your feet like you're making a little triangle from your hands to your feet. Start to bend deeply into your right knee, so you straighten out through the left, and then you can take your left hand onto the lower back space. Stay here, or you can begin to extend up through that left arm, opening out. So we're getting into the outer leg muscles here as well, but it's all connected. Looking up towards the hand or towards the ground if that feels more comfortable for your neck. Gently place that left hand down, so we'll swap it out, both legs get a little bit straighter, bend deeply into your left knee this time, straighten out through your right. And then again, extending up through right arm, taking it as deep as you feel comfortable to. Maybe the head stays looking down or head looking up. And then again, bring the hand all the way down. And then we're going to slowly start to roll up through to standing. Taking your time as you uncurl through the spine. Good. Get a nice sense of the tall spine, shoulders softening into their sockets, back of the neck long, chin slightly in. Okay, and then we're going to cross the right foot behind the left. So in this little cross-legged position, inhale, take the arms up and over, catch hold of your right wrist with your left hand. We're going to do a little side bend over to the right. So you can pull a little bit extra through that left arm to stretch out through that side body a little bit more. Couple breaths here. Keep the torso moving a little bit towards the right ceiling. Inhale, come back through to center, and we'll do the other side. So gently uncrossing, releasing the arms down, crossing the left foot behind. Inhale, take the arms all the way up, catch hold of your left wrist with the right hand, lift up and over, and side bend as much as feels comfortable, over to the right. Couple more breaths. Inhale, come back up through to center, gently release the hands and uncross the feet. Good. Let's come to the top of the mat once again. Maybe you're already there. Inhale, lift up through the arms. Exhale, fold the hands forward so you come back down into that forward folding position. Take a little in breath, lengthen up through the spine so you're reaching forward through the crown of the head. Exhale, hands come down and step all the way back into a plank position. Get nice and steady through your plank. Reach the crown of the head forward, heels reach back. Lower the knees and slowly untuck the toes as you lower yourself all the way down onto the belly. And then take the arms out in front. So you're in sort of a Sphinx pose here. Okay, get nice and comfortable, relax through your glutes. Allow the baby toe side of the foot to roll towards the mat. So it's a little back bend, shoulders away from the ears. Back of the neck lengthening. And you may stay here, this might be perfectly fine, or you can lift up the elbows away from the ground. And then you might take a little look back towards that left foot. Inhale to center, look back towards the right foot. Inhale to center, look back towards the left. Inhaling to center, remember only going deep as feels comfortable, over to the right and back through to center. Gently release the forearms all the way onto the ground. Make a little pillow with your arms so the left arm is placed on top of the right, forehead rest down to the earth. And then relax the glutes completely, maybe even give them a little wiggle out. Deep breaths into the belly, so you feel the belly press into the ground as you breathe in. And soften as you breathe out. Just gently changing the crossing of the arms, so the right arm is now on top, and this is a little back bend. So another couple deep breaths here into that lower back space. To QL. And then bring the hands under the shoulders. Press yourself all the way back. Either keep your knees a little bit narrower, or you can take your knees wide, big toes touching, sink all the way back into a child's pose. And again, this is a stretch for your lower back. So sending the sitting bones towards the heels. And a few more rounds of deep breathing into the lower belly. Feeling that expansion, stretch of the lower back as you breathe in and out. And slowly start to walk your hands all the way back up in towards you, coming to seated. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders away from the ears, back of the neck lengthening. Closing the eyes, so you can be onto your shins or maybe seated cross-legged. And then just bringing your awareness to the sensation of the breath moving in through the nostrils, hitting the back of your throat, moving down into the belly, filling up the space of your body. As you exhale, feel the softening of the outer edges of your form. More breaths just like that, breathing in, really feeling the fullness of the breath as it moves in and fills up the space of your body. Gentle softening of the body through the exhale. Breathing in. Appreciation and gratitude for your body. Breathing out. Feeling safe, grounded. Trusting your body. We'll gently take the palms to touch in front of your chest. And then we'll bow forward as a symbol of gratitude, respect and honor that we offer first towards yourself and then outwards towards one another, everyone we might encounter. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you have any questions or anything at all, please feel free to drop me a comment below. And I wish you well. Look forward to seeing you next time.